Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frank Dineen. I'm not known to many of you in here, but I think I'm better known in the community than I am inside in this room. I'm a Northside boy who gets up early in the morning. I work hard to support my family and to support my community. My family originated from Blarney Street in Sundiswell area, and we can trace our lineage back to Charlemagne. That's a quote from a movie. To give you my CV in 30 seconds is about to happen. I went to school in Farnfirst, studied in CIT, studied for accountancy and economics, and succeeded in all of those areas. I then worked in retail and done stores, and then subsequently I went into the book trade, where I worked in Veritas in the city centre, and eventually became owner and managing director of Mercier Bookshop and Library Supply, which is based in Academy Street in Cork. I'm very familiar with the trials and tribulations of owning a business in the city centre. And in 2001, that company went into liquidation. That was a very, very trying time in my life and the life of my family. But rock bottom will teach you lessons. Mountaintops never will. From there, I joined Sage Ireland and started my career back in accountancy and CRM. And I do accountancy, CRM, software, implementations, customizations, and details. This allows me to come across businesses, small and large, on a local and an international basis. I'm very good at what I do. And I touch people in the lives of their businesses. But it's not just about that. So I have to ask myself, why do I stand before you and seek an election? And I look at what my wife does. My wife is a speech and language therapist in the HSE, and she's involved in the disability services and the assessment of need office. But she makes a difference on a daily basis to the lives of people directly. I don't. In my professional career, what I do matters to nobody and affects nobody. So maybe this is my opportunity to make a difference to my community and the people that I know and love. From a community activism point of view, I'm an active member and promoter of Pitch and Putt. St. Anne's Pitch and Putt Club in Shanakeel is my home, my second home. I've been chairman, secretary, and various other roles within that. I'm also a handy enough player. I've represented Cork and Ireland. I'm world ranked, and I was Irish champion in 2008. So I succeed as well. I'm involved in St. Vincent's Underage. I'm involved in Sundiswell Rugby Club, and I'm involved in local community activities. I'm very well known within the area, like I say, more so than this room. The people of our area are underrepresented and disenfranchised. Fine Gael has approximately 30% support within our area, yet we have no candidates or no voice at City Council area. And we need to change that, and we need to do something about it, and the people in this room have the opportunity to do something about it. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a different approach slightly. I'd like to offer a role of leadership within the community and within the area. I think we need, as a society, to protect the vulnerable in our society, but at the same time, we cannot encourage an air of entitlement to be involved in our area as well. People have to get up early in the morning and to earn their way. But that requires leadership from our candidates and our political people. We have to have an equality of opportunity for everybody within our area. We have to have equality and opportunity for all. And we also have to apply and ensure that the laws of our state are applied without fear or favour to everybody within our society. And if I'm elected or if I'm a candidate, I intend to stand at the door and say to people, this is what I believe, and if you do not like this, then there are other candidates that you can vote for. But we need to stand up and be realistic about what we're doing. We have to be able to say and call things the way they are. Cork City is a fantastic place. It needs to be promoted, it needs to be marketed, and it needs to be encouraged. It's a lovely place to live. I wouldn't live anywhere else in the world, and I've had opportunities to live in plenty of places. But you look at the little things that matter. You look at, for example, roads being paved, and 6 weeks later they're being dug up again with potholes subsequently there. Why don't we as councillors, or why don't we as citizens of this country insist that if you dig up the road, you completely resurface the road that you've dug up, and not just leave a track down the middle of it? Yes, Patrick Street needs to be pedestrianised, and we need to say that, and we need to have a vision for where we're going. But you can't do things like that without having a vision and without having an active way of doing park and ride or public transport, because you're going to disenfranchise the hard-working people of our state. And we need to be strong enough to stand up and say that to the areas that we have. We have a local issue in the Blarney Street, Shanakeel area, where Convent Avenue and the convent is going to be turned into 300 plus apartments. And while we should welcome apartments and we should welcome housing in our area, we cannot do it with total disregard to traffic management needs and with regard to traffic management. And you need to be in a position to say that. You also need to say the things that are maybe not encouraging to say as well. I believe Blarney Street and Sunday's should be one way. Now, people are going to say, 50% of the people the doors that I knock on are going to say, I don't agree with that, and I'll say that's fine, vote for somebody else. But that way I'll get 50% of people to vote in my direction and to follow me. And you do that by leading. I believe that this Northside election candidate is a boat, a rowboat. And every one of the candidates that are going forward is pulling on the oars together. And we need a balanced boat, geographically, gender-wise, societal-wise, and we need to be in a position to be able to do that for the good of everybody. I will be, if I'm knocking on doors, I will be doing it on behalf of Colin Burke and Julie O'Leary in the forthcoming election. And we all need to stick together, and our boat needs to go with the tide and needs to all pull in the same direction, and all the candidates need to support and elect one another in turn. And that way we can all fulfill the needs of our people. I, for one, if representing yourselves, will be pulling like a dog. Thank you.